Hey everyone, it's Tom here with a quick announcement just to say that Battle Rap Resume is now on Patreon. If you're unaware of Patreon, it's a website similar to Kickstarter and the like. It basically allows fans of content producers like myself to donate money to help to support the show. In exchange of that donation, get special exclusive goodies, the like of which I'll detail shortly. Firstly though, I just want to say, make it very clear that the show being on Patreon in no way affects the day-to-day running of the channel. There will still be a new Battle Rap Resume interview every Tuesday. There will be event previews, recaps, top 5 rounds, compilations, the build-ups, the face-off. You know, all the stuff you love is staying the same, and it will always be that way. You know, Battle Rap Resume is something that I love doing and love putting out there and getting to as many people as possible. So all that stuff will stay the same. It's just that, you know, the show is growing a slightly reasonable audience at the moment, and I wanted to see if that could be tapped into to help us grow even further. You know, I should say that any money as well donated to Battle Rap Resume from the Patreon is going to go straight back into the show. The first thing, for example, that I want to get is a much requested new microphone, with other projects that I've planned that submitted funds will go to. So if you do want to donate, just go on to patreon.com/Battle Rap Resume, all one word, and you can find the page there, and that's where you'll be able to access stuff if you do donate as well. The first thing you'll be able to get, so basically I've done 3 tiers, and this is all in dollars, but you know, I've kind of equated it to pounds. So if you donate, if you pledge $1.50 a month, which is the first tier there, or £1 roughly a month, you get access to a monthly Patreon. This will only be listenable to on the Patreon exclusive show called Resume Review, and this is just kind of like a you know, special features kind of thing where it's split into 3 parts roughly, but that's going to grow as I go on, doing it monthly by monthly. The first part being I'll discuss, you know, the episodes that were released that month, the background to them, you know, what I thought of how they went down, that sort of thing. I'll also read out emails. You know, you may have heard me at the start of every show say battlerapresume@gmail.com, and I do get some great emails from people all over the world, and I've always wanted to share them with you, but I always felt maybe doing that at the start of the show would just make them unnecessarily lengthy. So this is a great outlet to put them on. There's been some great criticisms and some, you know, some great praises as well, and I react to them, and I think you'll find it really interesting. I've recorded the first episode; it's already on the feed, and yeah, that is a great way to get those things out. Also, in the final part of the show is me going through my favourite battles of the month. Obviously, Battle Rap Resume is very contextual. I have someone on, I can only really talk about their battles or maybe people they battled in conjunction or whatever, but here I just talk about, in this case being November 2016 when this comes out. They'll normally come out early the next month following. I talk about, you know, 5 or 6 battles that I'd watched that month that I really enjoyed, give a few opinions on it, etc, etc. So yeah, that's Resume Review, and number 1, November 2016, is out on the feed now. That's there for you donate £1 a month, and I appreciate, you know, I do appreciate the goal to start a Patreon channel and to ask for money in this sense, but it's just an experiment. This isn't going to change anything with the show, as I say. It's just, if you listen to the show and you want to give back in some way, obviously we've done like 100 hours of content or so far, and I'm not saying that begrudgingly. You know, I fucking love doing this show. I don't give a fuck really, but you know, if you do want to give back, I want to, you know, put a venue, put something out there that you can get in return that makes it worth it. So there is that Resume Review out there. I'll also be putting other stuff on that Patreon exclusive feed, and if you do donate, there is another thing on the feed, and these will always be available on the feed. So if you donate for 1 month in a year's time, you'll be able to access all the Resume Reviews and all the extra stuff that I put on there. Currently, there's a Resume Review number 1, November 2016, and a review slash analysis critique that I did with Danny O'Gorman, great friend of mine, great friend of the show. He's the guy that I did the 500 subs video, the 1K subs video, went through top 5 Don't Flop and King of the Dot battles respectively. And in this little edition on the Patreon, we have us talking about 8 Mile, reviewing it both as a film, as a script, as a piece of, you know, movie making, and also talking about its influence on battle rap. It was a really funny interview where we kind of broke down the battles, shout out Papa Doc, and also just kind of broke down Eminem's performance, to the Detroit landscape, all of that stuff. We get deep into it, and that's all on the feed for you. The second tier, if you pledge $20 or more, you get access to the Battle Rap Resume Review feed, and you also get a BRR t-shirt available in whatever cover you want. Obviously, they are on Redbubble as well, but you'll get a t-shirt bundled into that. And the final tier, you know, I'm not sure if anyone's ever going to pledge this much. It's kind of like when Don't Flop did the Indiegogo and they had like a handwritten note by the battler, and it's kind of like, you know, but I just wanted to put something out there. So if you pledge $150 to the show, which is an incredible investment, I can't really ever see this being done, but if it does, I would love that. It'd be great. You get access to the Resume Review. You get a Battle Rap Resume t-shirt and Soliloquy, that being myself, will come out of retirement and battle you or someone else that you want me to battle, and hopefully we'll get it filmed. I mean, is this going to happen? I don't know, but I just wanted to put it out there. The main thing is the resume review. You know, you pledge £1 a month and you get access to exclusive Patreon episode. It won't be released on YouTube, won't be released on the podcast feed. It'll only be accessed on Patreon. If you want to help the show, that would be greatly appreciated. But as I say, you are not obliged to do this. Battle Rap Resume is going to stay exactly the same, and I'm going to keep putting out as many episodes as possible. I think you'll appreciate that the work rate has been pretty mad. I'm not patting myself on the back. It's just I love doing this, really. You know, it's a really, really fun hobby, and I'm glad that so many people have got on board. So yeah, just keep it short and sweet. If you want to help the show, patreon.com/Battle Rap Resume. Subscribe. You can get the extra episode. You just help to run the show. It all goes back into the show, trying to make this thing as big as possible. I really appreciate everyone who's been listening, everyone that's been commenting, subscribing. You know, it doesn't go unnoticed. I love you guys, really, and I love doing Battle Rap Resume. This is Tom, patreon.com/Battle Rap Resume. That final plug out the way. Thank you guys so much. Peace.